Hello and welcome to PaxAriaGaming. This is Reg with bonus episode number 3 of Crimson Desert. In this episode, we will be playing as Oongka, at least for maybe half the episode. And then we have a few Kliff missions to do. In the previous episode, I played as Damien. And that episode was only about an hour, so in all fairness to Oongka, I think giving him an hour is good. I will tell you, I find it much more difficult to play as him than I did to play as Damien. His movesets are just so different. And even when the game forces you to play as Oongka, I still struggle. He does have his little flight pack. He still can't fly as well as Kliff. There must be a better axe for him, but I've tried out a few of them, and this one seems to be the one that we're going to stick with. So we're going to do a similar kind of a thing as we did in the last episode, and that is to find a fortress or something that needs to be cleared. And we're going to clear that, and then we'll do maybe one or two minor quests. Either that or smaller bandit camps along the way. And then we'll switch back to Kliff. Yeah, let's make it daytime first of all. So we won't get trapped doing all of this at night, which is somewhat annoying. I just think that certainly from a content creating standpoint, the visuals are better with daylight. I mean, unless you actually have a quest that needs to be done at night, I think it's better to, if you can, switch to daytime. Although the nights are short here, because if you switch to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that, it actually is a lot brighter. It's almost as though they're playing somewhere in Scandinavia or Alaska, where you don't get as much darkness as everybody else in the summer, at least. So the first thing we're going to take on is Steinfell Fortress. We did this in the main game. And I actually, with Damien, I actually sort of changed the settings so that the places could be reblockaded. But I turned that setting off, and interestingly enough, places will still continue to be reblockaded, but to a smaller degree, I guess. But this is one that was reblockaded, and I didn't do anything. I didn't change the setting to do it, so that I would have something for Oongka to actually kill. There is a faction quest that has not unlocked yet. In order to unlock it, you need to do the long branch tree thingies in a forest somewhere. I started that in main game with Kliff, and it was just so foggy and frustrating trying to get the little ball in the baskets while floating in the air that I just gave up on it. But I did go back and complete it as Kliff, and it unlocked the Odak faction quest. So I guess in order to unlock Odak and Paylon, you have to do that. So, what was that all to say? So I may, in the final episode, which is going to be the next episode, may show you guys either Kliff, Oongka, or Damien fighting the boss of that area. I think it's general, or something general. My understanding is it's one of the more difficult bosses in the game. And then I'll check the boss list to see if I've gotten them all. I think I was only missing 5. So in any case, we'll do that. We'll move the camp to Paylon. I think the camp is ready to move. I've upgraded I've expanded it one more time. Or at least by the time this video comes out, I would have expanded it one more time, and I would have found, I think it's something like 8 or 9 more Greymanes. Oh my god, the bears. I forgot about them. Okay, let's see if we can't get away from the bear. I'm not worried about the guy shooting arrows, but I am worried about the bear. And of course he is following me. Yep, I remember that too. They're relentless. They just keep following you around. In addition to moving the camp, of course, the idea is to get the true ending of the game, which is to complete all of the Abyss gates. And I will show you number 40. I won't show you any of the other ones. Actually, I guess you saw some of them during the gameplay, but I've done quite a few of them off screen because some of them aren't tied to quests in a game. In this game, and so invariably it meant, you know, finding them and doing them on your own, which is what I did. Oh my god, it's got me in the corner. Jeez. Some of the Abyss puzzles are short and sweet. Some of them are enormously frustrating. It's like mid-air platforming and all that good stuff that I dislike immensely. Nevertheless, it feels good when you actually complete them. And then you can move on to the next one because they are connected. So once you finish one, then you'll see the gate at the end of the other one, and you can go through the gate. If you haven't done any of the ones except the ones in-game, you are going to run into some that you've already completed, just so you know. I think there are like in-game quests, or like 7 or 8 of them maybe that you had to complete to do the quests. But surprisingly, that's not even half of them, so it's really weird. And you could have always gone on. Okay, buddy. You could have always, I guess, gone on and continued to see where it leads. But once the quest is completed, you get the, you know, quest is completed message, and then you're ready to move on to the next quest, which may have nothing to do with continuing in the Abyss. So yeah, so there's a lot of that kind of stuff. What am I trying to do here? They're both. And I haven't leveled up any of his stuff. Similar to when I was playing as Damien, I didn't want to. I might have needed that ladder. I didn't want to spend the resources to upgrade their stuff and then not be able to max out at least one of each weapon type for Kliff. So, being a little bit selfish for Kliff. And maxing out one spear, maxing out one great sword or dual two-handed weapon, one single-handed weapon, things like that. Yeah, definitely if you're not playing as the character, it does take some getting used to turn around and start playing as those characters. And there's not enough, although maybe one of the updates will change that. You can't just pick one, you know, after the prologue of the game and just play as that character. Because most of the quests in the games are Kliff quests. Most of them, vast majority of them. And there are a couple that are Damien only and a couple that are Oongka only. So you can't, there's no real way to go through and, but now, knowing what I know now, I guess, ouch, what I could have done is in clearing a lot of these camps, because I probably cleared about 98% of them. Anything that was red, I went over and cleared. Now, a couple of times I did try to sort of call in assistance from Kliff and or Damien, and they were always busy. So I don't actually know whether they can fight with you. I thought they could. I've heard that they could, but every time I've tried to summon them to assist, they have not been available. Which would be very helpful in clearing out some of these larger fortresses. And the idea is to work your way to the to the vice captain, right? That's the goal. And I gotta tell you, it seems like there are a lot more enemies occupying these spaces. And the same was true when I fought as Damien. It just seems like they just keep spawning.
Just like last time.
They got me in the corner again. All right. We're not starting this all over again. We're gonna just start from here. Try to avoid being in corners.
Don't try to run now.
I love their dialogue.
Dean's pathetic pox. Die.
I wonder if there's any thought of a prequel that actually features Gian, since all of these enemies have issues with him. I mean, this one is definitely Kliff's story, because when you meet Goyen, it's very clear that this is Kliff's story. It's not Oongka's story. It is not Damien's story. And even if you play as them, it's very, very, very clear that this is about Kliff. And the true ending will bring that home. And so, yes, playing as the other characters might be interesting, but it really isn't their story. Unless, you know, there'll be a Damien-specific DLC and a Oongka-specific DLC. I doubt that they're going to do that, but that would make it interesting to get at their backstories. We know a little bit of Damien's backstory, because the Swordmaster, her teacher, is the sister to I'm forgetting the lady's name, the Baroness or Countess, the Azarian Countess. Oongka's backstory, I have no idea about. They haven't, you know, they haven't really clued us in as to what, you know, what his backstory is. Let me just put it that way. And now that I've unlocked all of the elements, each of the characters have those elements at their disposal. So Oongka has them, Damien has them, and Kliff has all 4 elements as well. And while that's true, I continue to use mostly ice as Kliff. I switched to fire for a little while, especially with the arrows. So because I have infinite arrows, actually, I don't have infinite arrows. I actually do have infinite arrows, but not the 100% infinite. But I have replenishing arrows. And so if you go through a day and then you start playing again, you'll find that you have 100 extra arrows. I've actually started selling them, and they're just filling up my inventory because I haven't been using them. And interestingly enough, somewhere along the line, I've been picking up sleep arrows, fire arrows, and explosive arrows. So I've picked up other arrows, but I haven't used them all that much. But if you're using the replenishing arrows and you imbue them with ice, it basically, you shoot the enemy and it turns them into ice and shatters them. If you use the fire arrow, it turns them into basically a puff of ash. So it's pretty powerful. And the thing is, you know, if you sort of know that early, then you can do the abyss puzzles and unlock ice and fire pretty early in the game.
Send them all to the grave.
You know, instead of, you know, sort of hunting for the abyss gear that gets you infinite arrows. The replenishing arrows was easy to get. It was part of the Auroran quest line with those kids. It wasn't that difficult. It's part of their research, the research quest line. The other thing I haven't done or haven't completed is the constellations. I think I've done 3 or 4. I think there's 13 to do. So in all likelihood, will not complete that before the end. I don't want to, you know, keep plugging in these episodes that don't have much of a story to them. So I want to be true to my audience, you guys, and make sure that I'm not wasting your time. And so therefore, I said I would do one as Damien, one as Oongka, and we'll move the camp, and we'll do the final abyss to get the true ending, but I'll add in the Odek boss. That's the only addition. And then we'll be done. See, as many enemies as we have, they just keep spawning. I don't think it's infinite, because the little monitor on the left side, lower left, is certainly going down. But it just seems like there are a lot more people here this time than the first time I came through here. And I was away for a week traveling, and I have to tell you, I miss playing this game so much. I actually was watching other gameplay Crimson Desert while I was away. I'm like, geez, I'm getting obsessed with this game. Because I think part of the reason why is because everyone has a bit of a different, slightly different experience. It's not totally different, but a different experience depending on the build that they're using, the order in which they do certain things, whether they're focusing on particular quests, and what region of the game they're in. So I actually enjoy that. You watch people, and you think, oh, okay, they're struggling like I was at this particular point in the game. Or, you know, by this point in the game, I had already unlocked A, B, and C, and they haven't done that yet. So it's interesting. I mean, this game has been an experience, a good experience. I know that there's some people who say, "Oh, I'm going to continue to play offline," you know, once they finish their playthrough. I tend to try to be a completionist and sort of do everything. I try to do everything before I get to the end. Because one of the experiences I've had with games when I sort of play post-game is that there are no enemies to fight. Especially if you kill all the bosses. Now, in this one, you can obviously change the settings and you can refight bosses. So you can do those kinds of things. So it's a little bit different, but the world seems a little bit empty without some of the enemies. Like I remember when I first cleared all the bleed bandits out, I was like, okay, then no more bleed bandits. What's going on? Who am I going to fight? Well, there are other kinds of bandits in the game, as I discovered. And when you start off, you start off in Hernan. Actually, you start off in Pelon in the prologue, and then you end up in Hernan. And Hernan just seems so vast. You think it's basically the whole world, and then you discover, no, it's simply one region. You know, the world is much bigger than Hernan, and it truly is. Okay, I don't know what that was all about.
I will not die. I'll send all of you to your graves. You want to keep
I'm eventually going to
I will not die here.
do the same thing I did with Damien and eventually just switch to electricity, which seems to,
You wanted this.
at least it seems, and it may just be, you know, a perception I'm getting, but the electricity damage seems to be much more significant than some of the other damage. Because it seems like you can one-shot them. Okay, this guy and this shield. And here comes more of them. See what I tell you? This place is like packed with these guys. Well, I'm never gonna meet the criteria for unlocking his sealed sealed abyss thing. Okay, like some of the challenges to unlock those sealed ones are easy, and some are. It's the timed ones that I'm terrible at. The other ones where it's like, oh, kill 30 enemies with a spear or do this. I'm okay with that. It's the ones where, you know, kill 30 enemies within 15 seconds using blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's another thing that you can do if you're really hungering for continuing Crimson Desert, and that is you can sort of do the challenges. There are, I don't know how many there are, but I have like probably 4 dozen of them waiting to be done. And at one point I said I would do that because I wanted to unlock everything there was to unlock for Kliff's character in particular, not necessarily for the other characters. But as I was working my way through the game, I discovered that some of these things will unlock on their own. And some of them require a different kind of unlock. So the imbue, lightning, fire, wind, those things, they unlock on their own. Well, they unlock on their own if you actually go to the particular abyss gate and find them. So you do have to, I guess that in a way that's a challenge. You still have to go through that. I don't know how he survived that the first time. Okay, we have Snow with us today, collecting probably stuff we don't need. He's still showing us red. It doesn't show where the boss is. But even though we've officially cleared, since the little green bar has disappeared, there's still lots of enemies here. And it's really different. And the boss is sort of, you have to find him. He's sort of blended in with the group. That was the thing. I mean, you have to be really close to them to find them. I'm like, okay, I have all these guys chasing me around. I've already supposedly cleared out the place.
Send them all to the grave.
I think the same thing happened when I was playing as Damien. Is that, okay, so where is the boss? In most cases, the boss is in the innermost area of the fortress, just sort of hanging out, you know, sitting in a chair or standing guard over something. In a couple of cases, if you get too close to the fortress, the boss will come out, slam you around a little bit, and then you disappear. That was definitely happening in the Crimson Desert a lot. It seems like every fortress I came to, when you got close to it, the boss, which actually it showed up somewhere else too. There was another boss. I think it was somewhere in Hernan, where you get into a particular Thornbriar Fortress, or one of those fortresses, and the boss would show up, tussle with you for a little while, and then disappear. And then when you finally have the real battle with the boss, he's back at full health. But by then, you usually will have defeated all the other enemies. In this case, like I said, they just seem to keep coming. Okay, things are quiet for the moment. Okay. Yep, I knew it. I knew we weren't done. I knew it. I knew it.
You're just getting started. Cheers, lapdogs. Die! Don't try to run now. You'll reunite with Jin. I'll make sure of it. You won't get away. Dear's pathetic pups, die! You won't get away. Brainless curse. Your tails tucked, just like last time. Get the pipes out. The North has no place for you.
Okay, once again, we got the quiet little period here.
has no place.
Okay, so I've already switched to electricity. You can see the damage it does.
You make us die.
Okay. I promise you guys we're getting closer to the boss. Oh, sorry. Let's do this first. Yeah, Oongka, let's make sure you're all set. See, they're reblockading. Maybe that's just a thing now. Because before I thought you had to change the setting in order for a place that you've cleared to become reblockaded. But it seems like it's happening. It seems like it's happening anyway.
To his pathetic pops, die!
These people film you surviving the the axe blows that they survive. You think the first time you got chopped with one that would be it, but no. Oongka can do this like 8 chops in a row, and they're still coming after him.
Send them all to the grave. Send them all to the grave.
Yeah, the ground slam doesn't seem to... I guess it just stuns them, knocks them down. And since there's no health bar, I can't tell whether they're being damaged by it or not.
Time's over. You brainless curs.
See, they just got right back up.
To his pathetic pops, die!
Okay, so that took 5 hits. Okay, that one only took 2. Okay, alright. So some of them are stronger than others, I guess. Jeez, are you guys gonna let me in the fortress? See that? The electricity sort of stuns them at first.
We'll reunite with Jin. I'll make sure of it. Leaving here alive!
Just trying to get to the fortress door because I guess the boss is inside. But these guys keep popping out of nowhere.
You're nothing but Gian's lapdogs. You won't get away.
Actually, that one might have. Did I kill anybody?
Gian's protecting cops. Die.
Okay, the smash does seem to.
You shit. Little shit.
Okay, this guy with the potty mouth is just.
Go rot with your ancestors.
Wow, they know how to trash talk. But Oongka's definitely getting a workout. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, we should make a run for it and get inside the fortress. This is crazy. All right, let's switch to fire, see what happens. Wait a minute. I thought I switched it to fire. Why is it still doing electricity?
You had your shit on my shoe.
Okay, well, electricity seems to be working well. I guess I guess I could leave it that way for a little while.
I'll reunite you with Gian.
Yeah, I don't understand that because it's showing fire as the element that I have set. Okay, there's the boss. Finally. I should have done that all along. Just run in there and start fighting him.
You're nothing but Gian's lapdogs. Your sword will join the pirates.
Although I don't remember.
I'll send all of you to your grave.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm remembering a different enemy from this part.
Send them all to the grave. Send them all to the grave.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember him doing this kind of stuff. those guys are so annoying. Okay, buddy. I'm gonna let you. As soon as I can get close enough to you. Oh, I think I killed him. Okay, oh, that took a lot longer than I thought. So once again, we have liberated this place. And I will not be seeing that place again. I'm quite happy with having liberated it twice. I don't need to do it a third time. So the message says reconstruction has begun. I assume that's reconstruction by the good guys, since these guys aren't hostile to me. So does that mean someone will show up and sort of take over? I don't know. I can't figure that out. But in any case, Oongka is done with this little area.
Ah, yes. And you... There's something on your mind?
We've jetted back to Payloon and found this guy.
Have a good day.
These people walk up to you and stick a note in your hand. So what would you do in real life if someone did that? Oongka didn't even read the note. He's like, okay, I'll just pocket this. Okay, horsey. Let's you and Snow go on a little ride. See what other trouble we can get into before we wrap Oongka's playtime up.
Watch it.
My bad. Okay, we're trying to make our way to that little red-colored camp so we can disperse with some more enemies. Yeah, it's, you know, I've always found it, although Oongka is much lower than Kliff. I always found it easier, unless it was a huge distance and there was no fast travel point. It's just easier to sort of run wherever I have to go to, or climb a mountain to get over the obstacle in your way, and then glide down. I mean, I have nothing against the horse, but I always feel weird when you're riding the horse through a town, like, or a little village, and people are just standing in your way, and when you hit them, they mouth off at you. Okay, this took about 3 seconds, so we're gonna do another one before we wrap up Oongka's time. This was one of these little small places that in the beginning of the game might have been more of a challenge than it is now. We don't need to cook anything because we really haven't needed to, since about 2/3 of the way through the game. Food has been mysteriously appearing. Again, maybe the dog is picking it up and I'm not paying attention to what the dog is doing. Okay, let's go get Ivar. That'll be the last thing we do with him. So yeah, I keep getting more food, so I haven't had to buy food anymore. Because initially I was buying it in
You're hardly
Hernan.
worth my time.
Okay, let's... Nice little surprise. We're going to take care of the forest shop. And then after that, I started buying it from the camp, where the guy, the Greymane at the camp was cooking and making stuff.
I saw that coming. Kill them!
But I haven't really needed to do that because food keeps appearing. And actually, my little cuckoo cooler at the house also has a lot of food in it. And also, food is definitely a reward because sometimes I'll go back to my personal chest and there's food in there. And earlier, I was donating it to the camp. That was when we were struggling. The camp is doing quite well now. All right, we're going to rescue this guy. What is he, number like 550? Where are we? We'll see in a second. We rescued a ton of these people.
I owe you a great debt.
Ah, okay, 600. 619. All right. No, I didn't... When they started showing that earlier in the game, I wasn't sure, is there a goal that we're supposed to be trying to meet? What's the count for? And I still am not sure why I show the count. Any of the ones I've seen, I've rescued. I've not found some of these guys and then decided, oh, I'll just not rescue you. And they're making that little noise, that noise they make. Just that little pathetic noise that they make. I'm not going to try to imitate it. I think I did that once. I sounded awful. But in any case, I just, every time I see them, I rescue them. And earlier when you were going to these big camps, I would rescue them as well. We're just taking everything we can. And we're going to sell most of it. Okay, now we were on our way to find Ivar. So let's go ahead and find him so we can take him in.
You just have that kind of face. There's gonna be a lot of blood here. One rule. Don't be boring when I kill you. I'll break you down.
Okay, so clearly these guys don't know who they're talking to. Because this fight took all of about 3.5 seconds. I mean, the music is still playing. Is there anyone left? Nope.
I guess this is it for me.
Okay, Ivar. It's been a while.
You've no idea what it is to live as a slave. I was so close to being free.
Okay, do they have to play the sad music?
He drowned and beat up slaves for his amusement.
So,
Where are you taking me? Why are you taking me and not those bandits?
well, the bandits are on the other side of the Rainbow Bridge, buddy. They're gone. So I don't know whether or not when you're given a choice, like I guess you're always given a choice, because there's always the option to release the outlaws, and I don't know that it actually has an impact on the game at all. I think there was one other one, excuse me, pretty early on, where I felt like releasing the guy. I actually might have. I can't remember now whether I did. It was so long ago. But this poor guy, if he's telling the truth. I mean, if you're an outlaw, you know, maybe he's not telling the truth. Okay, Ivar.
Yeah.
Go take a look.
Maybe
Impressive
they'll
work.
have mercy on you.
That's the one.
Possibly.
Lock him up.
You know, we'll run out of cells at this rate. Still, you saved me some trouble. Thank you. If you find more scum in the future, bring 'em here.
Over the course of the game, I probably have like maybe 24 or so posters of outlaws that I need to go out and trap, which I'm not likely to do. After 2 or 3 of them, it gets pretty boring. If they happen to bump into me when I'm in one of the city centers, because that sometimes happens, and I'll grab them and take them to the nearest prison. Otherwise, I'm like, okay, Okay, so I think we are almost an hour of Oongka playing, and so I think it's probably a good idea to switch to Kliff at this point. So here we are, back with our buddy Kliff. And what we are going to be doing is tracking down some Greymanes.
I've
Marius?
a favour I'd like to ask. Could you visit the cabin we were at on the day of the ambush? I've got a feeling any Greymanes still living might seek it out. Who knows? There could be some there right now, just waiting for us. Even if they're not, our fallen comrades would appreciate the visit. Everyone goes about their lives, doing their best to forget that day. No one so much as thinks of going there, let alone speaks of it.
Okay, so the first, let's see, what is this? So we're going to go back to the cabin. I don't know why I thought the cabin was actually in Payloon. Maybe it was, and it was just on the border between Payloon and Hernand. So we're going to do that. It's funny because I was interested in doing these Greymane quests earlier, but for some reason they weren't popping up, and I guess I hadn't done enough of the other Greymane quests in order to get this one, because I never got the message to talk to Marius, and he's the one that sort of gets us the information about where the Greymanes might be. I mean, I've been waiting for this ever since I hit the 25 number in terms of Greymanes, and I've been at 25 for a very long time. Okay. Of course, in the game, at the beginning of the game, it was nighttime. So I don't remember what anything looked like around that cabin where we were, before Mirden and his boys came in and basically destroyed our little group. Scattered us all over the continent.
What brings you out this way? I'm headed to the cabin where we gathered that night. I've been avoiding it, making up excuses, saying I'm too busy. But the dead still deserve my prayers and attention. You should come with me.
Okay, let's take a ride with Naira. It's been a while since we've done a Naira quest.
I'm glad we ran into each other. Truth be told, My resolve was wavering. Did you come for the same reason?
It was Marius who pushed me to come. And pay my respects to our fallen comrades.
Good. We can't bring them home, but we can at least say our farewells. I took Jan's flask to pour a drink for him.
Okay, so maybe she's
Let
aware that
you
we're going to
take
move the
it.
camp.
Actually, I thought he'd make a fuss, but when I said it was for our fallen comrades, he gave it over without a word.
So we didn't
I'm sure they miss us too.
tell anyone that we were looking to move the camp. But maybe that was always part of the plan, right? The goal from the very beginning was to be able to go home, and home is in Palon. So maybe that's, I don't know, I still can't figure that out. Unless I missed some dialogue somewhere in the conversation. I don't think I did, but
Yeah.
and of course there are going to be Greymanes hanging out here because that's just what they do. Actually, no, I guess they were coming back to pay respects.
We must decide our future course of action.
Offering a prayer for the fallen.
Cliff! Neither! I don't believe it.
Xavier!
You survived.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
How have you been?
Brennan, you haven't changed, have you?
Or perhaps you'd like to pay your respects first.
Is this your handiwork?
It is. We're only here because of them. Seems many of us had the same idea. 7 souls have made this pilgrimage.
7? I only count 5.
2 have gone out hunting.
You should have driven it left. We almost lost it.
Could have if you didn't have such poor aim. Keep practicing.
Oi! We're back.
Just in time.
Oh,
Kliff, you're back as well.
you rogue! It's really you!
You're both as rowdy as ever.
Naira!
Look at you!
Seriously.
How long's it been?
Settle down.
I should have been the one to do this. Thank you.
No need for all of that. Eh?
I'm gathering the remaining Greymanes, and I need your strength.
And who's going to watch over them?
Our comrades wouldn't want you bound to this place.
Aye. You're right. They wouldn't. Time to go home then.
Okay, so that was the first group. We're going to keep doing this until Marius until I guess Marius doesn't have any more things to tell us. And then I believe when the Greymanes come to camp, they ask for an additional quest in order to unlock their particular skill set. Just like we had the furniture maker, we had the blacksmith, we had the farmer guy, we had, you know, so all of them sort of contribute to the camp in their own way. And these guys...
Good day to you.
Oh, wait. Well, let's pick up another quest since we're here.
We can finally relax now you've dealt with the bleed bandits across the river. And more peddlers have been stopping by our tannery lately. But with no bridge over the river, it's proving a problem for everyone. Could you possibly use that strength of yours to build us a bridge? Once it's built, visitors from Hanand will double,
Yeah, buddy.
maybe even triple.
Okay.
I'll reward you generously for your work. That's a promise.
Okay, so we're not going to do that right now. We're going to continue the Greymane quests. We're not going to... We did that. We built a bridge somewhere else early on in the game. We'll do it. I mean, you know, if it's one of those things where I complete the tasks that I laid out, and I have some sort of extra free time on my hands, I'll do it. I won't record it, but I'll do it because there are lots of those little types of quests to do.
Won't be long before we're all reunited again.
All right, let's talk to Marius again.
I was wondering when you'd come. It seems word about this camp's getting around. Right? More folk are saying that they've caught sight of us Greymanes. Which is great news. We're close to finding them all. We've just got to help them find their way here.
I like your optimism.
Soon, we'll be back together once more. Our goal is in sight. We're almost there. I know we'll find them all.
Aye.
You're not dragging trouble behind you, are you?
Okay. Yeah, the camp is really crowded. I said that once before. I'm the type of person that needs space. That would drive me crazy having that many people wandering around. All right, let's look into the next rumor. You know, they were all fairly close. Early in the game, some of them were really spread out, but these seem to all be like right there in Hernand, which again makes me sort of knock myself in the head because I might have been able to activate this earlier. And the more Greymanes you have, the more sort of construction and those tasks that you can do to actually build more wealth and resources for your camp. I mean, I haven't had any problems doing it. I mean, you know, the camp is doing, like I said, is doing well in terms of resources and things like that. Initially, it seemed like Kliff was the only one doing anything. And everybody else was just hanging back, you know, chilling out. And I'm like, okay, dude, I'm feeding you guys, sort of doing all these tasks. I need you guys to do stuff. And then when it became possible to send them on their own little quests, I thought that was helpful. Now, I didn't have enough to ever send out in battle to like recapture a stronghold, but I think I have enough now to do that. And in all likelihood, that will likely lead to even more resources. There is a quest in this little series that I can't quite figure out. It's the one, I forget the guy who manages the camp resources, that you keep giving him things. I stopped giving him things. I was doing that for a long while. But apparently it's, what is it? It's stone, it's weapons, it's food, it's something else. And the number just keeps going up. I think it's like starts at 200, then it's 500, then it's 1,000, then it's 2,000, then it's 4,000, then it's... I'm like, how am I going to get you, 5,000 weapons or 20,000 whatever? I guess part of the way that you do that is by, sending the Greymanes on these quests, because that's what's caused camp resources to expand pretty dramatically, is when I started doing that. Because initially, I was like, I can't even afford to send my crew out to do anything, because it costs you, there's some small investment you have to make.
Sure, but what then?
Okay, we got some more Greymanes.
Join them, of course. Re-establish the Greymanes.
I don't think I can.
What? We've come all this way.
Fancy finding you all here.
Kliff? By the ancestors, it's
You
you.
looking good as ever?
Aye, not too bad yourselves.
We heard about the Greymane camp here.
So what are you standing around here for?
Well, the thing is,
You heard what we said, didn't you? We're worthless to the Greymane.
Worthless?
That day, the Greymanes needed fighters, not the likes of us. What good are dyed silks or my trinkets when men are dying all around?
hold on now. We're still Greymanes. I'm proud of my stylish salts.
Style. Style doesn't stop arrows. We ran when the fighting started. What will they say if we ask to join now? Huh?
They'll laugh. Or call us worthless cowards.
Okay, so one of them is a barber. One of them is a guy who dyes uniforms and stuff like that. And I forget what the other one,
You
other one
should
is.
see the state they're in without you. Anyone would think them beggars. Aye, tattered clothes, unkempt beards, bits of tin about our fingers. Our looks no longer strike fear in any man.
Yeah, well,
Yes. You're in need of the clothes I dyed then.
How many have gathered? If each is in desperate need.
It's true. Oongka's beard would be an unsightly tangle if not for me.
Oongka looks just fine.
That's
it's
right.
it's Kliff that needs
Now let's be
a
off.
trim job. Okay, so we got this group done. I'm gonna send them back to the camp. Oops, sorry, buddy. Sorry about that.
I want a treat. Make him feel fresh again.
Let's check in with Marius.
Oh, that was quicker than expected.
Yeah, they're
Were
all
they
like,
close by?
absolutely.
The camp's in high spirits now that pretty much everyone is reunited.
Is that it? Is it all of them? I thought there was supposed to be 40.
It really is nice to see the camp so lively. But I still think about the few that haven't returned.
Don't worry about it.
We can't give up hope. Not till we've found every last one of us.
Okay. All right, so there are more.
Here, let me mark all the relevant spots on your map.
Oh, okay, cool.
I can't wait till all of us are back together.
Okay. So we have that place. And then each of the guys we just found have a request as well.
Glad you're here.
I've got to keep standing out from the herd if I want my little brother's respect.
Okay. All right, what are we doing here? This Oliver's request. This Connor's request. And then there's this. Let's do these first. Let's find all the Greymane, and then we can do their little quests. The rumor in the Caliphate Gate. Let's do that. And then we got the craft shop.
Is there truly no soul in the world willing to share its radiant light?
Oh, marvelous timing. The curtain
Okay,
rises and our lead performer takes center stage.
Alright, let's pick up his quest since he's there.
Feast thine eyes upon these wondrous vestments. Once worn and weary, by my masterful hand they have found new life. No, friend, this is no mere clothing, but elegance reborn. Would it not be a crime to shut away such splendor in some dreary vault? It is said the monastery's merciful rays fall kindly upon the most hapless souls. I can think of no better stage to debut my cloth-wrought creations. Where it may dance beneath those beams and warm a young heart like the first buds of spring. Ah, the mere vision of it makes my spirit soar.
I think once I discover that all the armor is basically the same, with the exception of those that have a buff against like fire or electricity or ice, their defense, once you max them all out, are exactly the same. So yeah, I stopped investing a lot in the armor.
Still
I have
lacking that shine.
Okay. What does this guy want?
You're here. I was thinking, I could earn some coin for the camp by selling some accessories. But I can't sell just anything. I'll need to craft a few samples.
So the first guy, we have to
and
take
see
some
what everyone
armor
thinks.
somewhere. This guy is going to want gold.
The only problem is the materials. Without good minerals, I can't get the right amount of sparkle. If you're heading out, could you bring me some minerals I could turn into accessories? I'll have the most mysterious gem ready for you.
But I don't need anything from you, buddy. I got my gems all maxed out, the ones that I want. Okay, so Connor wants gold. I assumed we had gold on us, but I guess not. So we'll go get some gold. So these little quests, I'm including in this video only because otherwise it would have been another really short video. And you know, giving you guys 2 1-hour-long videos in a row, I was like, I don't want to do that. So let's just make this longer.
You still have a fine head of hair. Must be Solomon's blessing.
Okay, finally, post game we can make Kliff look human again, because he was looking really rough for a very long time. I wasn't feeling the beard, the scruffy hair. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean him up, give him a different look, one that says he's been through a lot and he's gained an incredible amount of wisdom, and he knows something that no one else knows. So we're gonna make him look like Geralt's little brother from The Witcher. I know he'll appreciate it. First Geralt, not second Geralt.
It's you who perfects that look. Ah, you got a minute to talk? I heard of a village where the sick and frail all live together.
Okay.
People there are too sick to go outside and all keep their heads covered.
Yeah, we've been there.
I wish to pay them a visit. Tend to
We've
their
been there.
hair,
It was a
lift their
strange.
spirits, even if only a little.
That was a strange little place.
But if I arrive unannounced, they might be wary.
No worries. We're
Could
gonna
you go
in.
first and explain my intentions?
Hopefully, there's a fast travel point
If
nearby.
they say yes, I'll go after.
They'll say yes. They trust Kliff. Okay. See. W Abyss Crescent for being here. Makes life a lot easier. Not only do you get an artifact for finding them, it just unlocks fast travel points where there are not other fast travel points. And I know I haven't unlocked all of these in the game because there are times when I shine my lantern around and I can see them. At least that's what I think is sparkling up. You know, the flashing light from each of those. I'm like, do I really feel like climbing another mountain today? You know, I'm pretty sure this is especially true out in the western part. Is the eastern part of the Crimson Desert. Because that's probably the least explored. That and northern Hernand are probably the two least explored areas for me. Mainly because there just haven't been a lot of quests out there. I know there's a interactive map that will show you all of the caves, all of the cressets, all of the things like that, and maybe I'll do that at some point after I'm done.
These days. A haircut, you said?
Yep.
Many of our villages are ill and wary of strangers.
Nope, no worries. Just look at my do.
Still, a quick trim might help put them more at ease. If your friend's intentions are sincere, they will open their hearts.
The more of us there are, the stronger we hold.
I hope they know I mean well.
All right, buddy. You can go to the village.
I see. Well, I'm glad they're willing to accept me. A haircut may only change one's appearance, yet it can lift the spirit. Because of you, I can give them a fleeting moment of happiness. I'll head there once I'm ready.
Okay. All right. What's next? Dietrich. Oh yeah, we have to take the armor. May as well do it. We're almost done with all of those quests. The conditions for moving, by the way, aren't these quests. It was the original, the other quests. I can't remember the name of them. The two sets of Greymane quests. The first one on the list, the first set on the list is completing all of those is one of the conditions for moving to Palon. The other is expanding your camp the maximum number of times, which is either 3 or 4, I can't remember. And then you go and you talk to, I don't remember whether it's Circus or one of the lords in Hernand. And I met with him once before all of this started, and I didn't want to talk to him again because I didn't want to trigger that. I'm not quite sure whether it triggers automatically or whether you have to say something. Let's talk to this. Well, let's turn this in and I'll finish my comments about the final move.
What a blessed day.
Oh, we're short on clothes for the children. Oh, such beautiful garments. Solomon shines on us this day. To those we shelter, a single warm garment can be a boon beyond measure. May Solomon's grace and peace be with the one who sent these.
Okay. So, no, that's done. Let's go back here. But one of the things is that the game used to glitch, at least initially. An update may have handled that, but I don't want to take any chances. And that is sometimes if you still had people out on dispatch quests, when you did the move, it would glitch.
You've gone and committed a... Oh, they said that! Ha! What a glorious moment. What we have delivered is no simple weave of fabric. Small comforts tenderly given can banish despair and kindle the light of hope. Today, we've set a small spark that will grow to outshine the very stars. Superb! Truly sublime.
So at least for me, one of the conditions will be canceling all of the dispatches just before I talk to the Lord about the move. It may be for no good reason, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just to be on the safe side. And I'll do that after, I think, not sure what order I'm going to do them in, whether I'm going to do the final Abyss Gate or the move. Maybe I'll do the move first and then do the final gate. It doesn't matter in terms of the game. It doesn't change anything about the game. But the move is such an integral part of what you were trying to do since the beginning of the game. The finding out about Kliff's backstory is only something we discovered when we met Goyen and discovered that he was a one in a series of versions of Kliff over time. Kliff is the 108th Kliff, or 108th person to attempt these particular quests. And each time one failed, they would create another version of Kliff and would alter something about him to try to change the outcome. And I said that in a previous video, which is why he's so emotionless. You know, I thought, wow, this guy has the flattest affect. Couldn't they make him a little bit more, you know, joyous, happy, and all that kind of stuff? And there's a reason for that. They stripped all of his emotions away when they were creating this version of him, because the emotional Kliffs made choices that were not choices that would end up saving the world, even if those choices saved his friends. And so each time they made him different, which is, you know, rather cruel, right? If you think of gods just toying around with this life, like, okay, we didn't like the way it turned out this time. Let's do it again and let's make him even more whatever. You know, it just seemed unfair because he had no choice in this. These aren't choices Kliff made. Okay, so let's hand over the gold. Keep your gold, buddy. I'm not going to need any of the stuff you make unless somehow you make something that's like so much better than what I have.
Texture and rich color. I approve. This will bring out the shine I was hoping for. Now I can make something that will impress everyone. You'll be the first to see it when it's done.
Okay. So we have those 2 rumors left. We're gonna do those 2, and then we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna start this, right? Because I think this is one of those ones that take a long time. This is one of the expanding camp resources. So the Azarians sort of owe us for saving them, and I think they just want us to do security stuff for them. I think. Let's see. What is the task? Yeah, estate security. So we're gonna lead with our top security people, and then we'll just add other people. Do we have any more security folks? No, some of them are already out. So we can just add, where are we? In Diminus, or we can add either Greymane or Diminus contributions. So let's do Diminus, since that's where we are. And, you know, you don't need 7. 5 would have worked. And I don't think it takes any more time. I mean, so when you get into these dispatch things, it gives you a range of, and some, I think maybe in all cases, it gives you a range. You don't need to worry about the range. You can just do the minimum every time. As long as you have at least 1 expert on the team, they'll be able to complete the task. If you send a bunch of farmers out to do this, the game will tell you you haven't met the requirements. And that's going to take time, as you can see the mission progress thingy there. So we won't be able to do anything else with that. So let's move on to these final 2, and then we'll wrap things up. And then the next episode will be the final episode. Now I'm putting a little pressure on myself because I still have 5 of those Abyss Gate thingies to do, or 4. I'll do the 5th one in the video. And the Odeg stuff to lead up to the Odeg boss. So I have some things to do in the next couple of days if I want to stick with my Tuesday, Friday schedule. But if I don't, you know, today is Tuesday, and this video was supposed to be out this morning. I think it'll still be out this afternoon, or tonight, or this evening, which still leaves me with the Tuesday, Friday schedule intact. But if I missed the Friday deadline, it'll be out by Saturday, Sunday at the latest. And then I'll have another week off, and then we'll start the next game. Could be Neo 3, could be something else. I don't know yet. But I will have decided by the final video. So if you want to know what I'm playing next, watch the last video. I'll tell you, because I don't know yet. I have an idea. I have choices, but I haven't made up my mind yet. This game is one of the longest games I will. Sorry, buddy. One of the longest games I've played in a while. Black Myth Wukong was pretty long. My first playthrough. I did everything in that game. Got the secret ending, all that good stuff. It was fun. Was another long one. Red Dead Redemption was long as well. I wasn't recording then. Elden Ring was long. And I played that one 3 times. The first time was the longest.
You're a Greymane, aren't you?
Let's pick up another quest.
I knew it. I've an eye for these things.
Are you in need of help?
It's not me that needs help. But there are folk looking for Greymanes up on that hill. Look to be Palunese. Best get to them before they move on.
Okay, I guess that's the...
I will, thanks.
The next set of Greymane. Here we go.
One of us is spotted in an hand. Ah, Kliff! Kliff!
Good to see you alive.
Ah, the pillar of the Greymanes has returned.
Oi, if you were alive, why not let us know sooner?
Ah, I'm sure he has his reasons. It's a tough thing, living.
How have you been faring?
I've been chasing word of the others, which led us here.
What word?
Yeah, my guess is Oongka, but, well, not much to go on. So I've been asking folk passing through the gate.
All this waiting around is starting to drive me mad.
Speaking of, Gerald should be back by now. Ah, there he is.
I have returned. And I spot a fresh face. Looks an awful lot like Kliff.
Aye, he does, doesn't he? Wonder why that
Kliff?
is.
I never knew you had a twin. I'm sorry about your brother. He was a good man, as I'm sure you know. We all loved your brother very much.
Still got your head in the clouds, Gerald.
That's funny.
Oh, hold on! You're no twin! You're the real thing! That's good to see you again, Kliff!
Well, I guess he does
need
look
to
different,
tell you
right?
something. A traveler told me the Greymanes are regrouping.
Yep.
Aye, I'm the one who's been gathering them.
Of course!
So, will you join us?
Come on! Do you have to ask? It's the only thing we've been dreaming of. Aye.
When we arrive,
I
let's
couldn't
have a
agree
feast.
more. Aye.
With ale. Yeah.
Finally! We can rest easy for a while.
What should we bring as a gift?
Okay. We got a couple more comrades. And now we're down to the last, at least the last ones on our list. The secure resources is moving along. And this is the final one of the grounds of the sunrise quest with reuniting with comrades as a subquest. Oops. Sorry, buddy. Oh, you guys are bad guys. Never mind. Yep. This is what you would consider to be OP for this point. And I think back to how difficult these enemies were. Well, I guess. Oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't know you were a good guy. Okay, let's get out of the red zone before I have to pay a fee to get my sins removed. I did not realize the guy was a good guy. My bad. All right, looks like we're safe. Let's move on to look into this final rumor. Maybe I'll try to pull everyone into the last episode, right? Maybe do something as Oongka, something as Damien, bring in Black Star. I don't know. I guess I don't really want this story to end. It was such a good game. But like all things, Everything has an ending.
Need something in a hurry? Look no
Nope,
further.
I'm just getting you on the map, buddy. Every little question mark I see, I have to sort of get rid of. And you were just one of them.
Let's widen our search.
Yep.
What's gone into you? You all right?
Hello, Greymanes. It's me,
Why?
Kliff, back from the dead. Okay, my boy's having some PTSD over here.
It's really you.
Bloody good to see you again.
Innocent lives needlessly lost.
Brant's been like this since that day.
Why am I still breathing?
Because you are. Now look up.
Kliff, am I seeing ghosts now?
No, it's really him.
I kept dreaming of this moment. But this time, it's real. So, we're not the last Greymanes.
No. And I'm seeking out the others.
You hear that? There's more of us alive out there. We're a tough bunch of bastards.
And we've got fight left yet.
Aye. We'll be needing that.
Right. I've got to stay strong for our comrades. I had taken you for dead, but you're here in the flesh. And what's to fear with you by my side?
Yep, buddy. Everything's gonna be okay.
Waiting.
I have
kept up my
saved
training
the
in
world.
hopes of this day. Time to
Caliburn
put
is
that training
gone.
to use.
Mirrodin is gone.
This means a
Umbra
fresh
is
start
gone.
for all of us.
The only ones left are little scraps. So, no worries, buddy. No worries. And with that, we are going to wrap things up. So this should conclude all of the faction quests for the Sunrise part of the Greymane quests. I don't... Oh, wait. Oliver has a request. Oh, yeah, we have to take the armor set. So we're not done yet. We'll take the armor set. I think we just drop it. Wait, didn't we do that? I thought we did that. Yeah, we did do that. All right. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me in this episode. This has been fun, different. Playing as Oongka was a struggle. I'm going to admit it. You guys know it. You can see it. In the next episode, we will wrap up the game. We will get you the true ending of the game. And I will see you then. So for all of you who have stayed along with me on this journey, thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff, comment. If you have an idea of what you think I should play next, please comment, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next episode. All right, take care, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. This is Reg with PaxAriaGaming.